Thank you for joining us for a special KBRFradio.com video streaming production. Tonight's game is proudly brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company and your Otter Tail Power Company pregame show. Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard. Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show. Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeouts. Ogstead Plumbing and Heating with your game time and temperature. Viking Cafe and Fergus Falls Apothecary with your keys to the game. Olson Oil Card Express and your Olson Oil Card Express postgame show. Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game. Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups. Otter Tail County AIS Task Force. Liberty Business Systems. Service Food of Fergus Falls Monument. Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy Incorporated. Otter Tail Coaches and FM Bank of Fergus Falls.
Welcome to Roosevelt Education Center. Nikhil at 1250 KBRF, along with Derek Sidian. Simulcasting tonight, KBRFradio.com and the Fergus Now app. So you can find us on the Fergus Now app and the KBRF YouTube channel. Tonight we have Central Lakes Conference basketball action. The Fergus Falls Otters hosting the St. Cloud Crush. The Otters come into this game. First of all, welcome. It is the Otter Tail Power pregame show. Thank Otter Tail for sponsoring our pregame show each and every night here on KBRF. Otters are 8-3 on the season. Lost Tuesday night to Alexandria 76-56. They're 3-2 in the Central Lakes Conference. They're number 2 in Section 8-3A. They're 1-1 in the section. They're number 7 overall in the state in the QRF rankings. And for those who don't know, the QRF ranking is a ranking that is used to determine a lot of the section tournaments within the state. It's different than a coach's poll, but it's how the teams in the section determine where they're going to play, who they're going to play in the section tournament. So right now the Otters, actually going into Tuesday night, the Otters were the number 1 seed in the section. They followed the Alexandria, who's state ranked, I believe, 4th in the state. The Otters, we'll talk to Josh Steer about that game, but the Otters had kind of an up and down night. They started real slow, came back and actually took the lead, and then kind of ran out of gas in the second half as they fell to Alexandria 76-56. St. Cloud Crush comes into this game with a record of 2-9. They lost their last game Tuesday to Ricori 53-38. They are 1-5 in the Central Lakes Conference. They are number 7 in Section 8-3A. They're currently 1-3 in Section 8-3A. This is the Otter Tail Power pregame show. We're about 16 minutes away from tip. We're going to talk to Coach Josh Steer here momentarily. We'll talk about the Viking Cafe and Fergus Apothecary keys to the game. We'll have the starting lineup sponsored by Nelson Auto Center. And then, of course, the game time and temp sponsored by Ogstead Plumbing and Heating. At halftime, Minnesota Motor, as always, is going to sponsor our halftime show. And certainly we're going to talk tonight about their 65th annual indoor sale. It's going on January 18th at Minnesota Motor Company. And then, as always, we'll have our Quality Toyota Player of the Game and our post-game show sponsored by Olson Oil Card Express. We'll be back after this message from our sponsors from the Roosevelt Education Center here in Fergus Falls.
They are the greatest sales team the world has ever known. Reliable, honest, legendary, and Blake?
You just can't resist, can you?
This January 18th, they are bringing you the lowest prices of the year on all pre-owned vehicles. The Minnesota Motor Company Indoor Sale, January 18th in Fergus Falls.
Serve your family and friends the best. Certified Angus beef from the meat department at Service Food. Special cuts and orders always welcome. Service Food, West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
Service Food. Serving you best.
Back to Fergus Falls, Roosevelt Education Center. Nick Keel with you here. 1250 KBRFradio.com and the Fergus Now app streaming tonight. Other things going on here on the Late Media Winter Sports schedule. You got girls hockey, Fergus Falls at Thief River Falls, and then there's girls basketball, Ashby at Battle Lake. Ashby at Battle Lake's KJJK 96.5 FM. The Thief River hockey game is Mark Johnson at 977 FM. Time now for our interview with head coach Josh Steer, head coach of the Otters. Josh, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I absolutely can. How
okay.
are you doing?
Well, Tuesday night, we went up with the Central Lakes Bullies, right? Alexandria going into the game felt pretty good. Got off to a slow start, trailed 9-0, but the girls fought back, ended up having the lead. I think 24-21, ended up down 3 at halftime. It was kind of a tale of like 3 games, really, for the girls, right? So slow start, something that you didn't want to see. It seemed like the girls were a little bit overwhelmed, but then settled in and played pretty nicely in the middle stretch of the first half, didn't they?
Yeah, I would agree. You know, I think there was the nerves to start. Then when we settled in and we looked pretty good. And then in the second half, I think they showed that they were in better condition than we were. And, you know, we made a lot of mistakes. And when you make mistakes against good teams, the margin for error is so small that it's really hard to overcome those mistakes. So when you turn the ball over 20 times in a game, it makes it hard. And when you shoot 45% from the free throw line, it makes it hard. And if you're going to do those two things on the same night, unfortunately, against a good team, it's going to be really, really tough. And that was the case for us on Tuesday. But, you know, we battled hard. I thought, you know, we put up 56 points. I think our defense was a little bit fatigued at times, and they shot it really, really well, too. I think we shot the ball pretty well, but they shot it really well.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of factors in that, and, you know, we'll get them one more time, hopefully 2 more times.
Yeah, so you shot 37% for the game, shot 43% the first half. You had 13 turnovers. If you don't have the 13 turnovers, you get a few more opportunities.
Yeah.
The first half looked pretty good after the slow start. But then the second half, like you said, they really killed us in transition. It felt like we didn't quite have the legs that they had. And you're looking at 6-7 girls with pretty high motors with Alexandria, and that's rare. And that's why they've been so successful the last couple of years. 13 turnovers in the first half, 7 in the second half. So you fixed that, but didn't shoot as well and maybe ran out of gas. I know that you talked about conditioning, and certainly the holiday is a tricky thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a tricky thing to what's the right thing, give the kids a chance to be with their family, stay in shape, how many days off can we have, how much conditioning do we need to have in there, kids get sick and all those things. So obviously a focus from what you're saying and what my daughter said is we got to get in better shape here down the stretch if we want to compete. What are some other things that you took away from that game?
Yeah, you know, I think that's the biggest thing, and being able to play with fatigue. So you mix those things into practice, and you go up and down a little bit more in practice, and then you shoot your free throws when you're tired, or you do your skill work when you're tired, because that's going to be what it's like in the game. And we're going to have to get our conditioning to a point where games seem a little bit easier than practice, and we have 2 months to do it. That's why that's the important piece is, you know, where the clock is ticking. You know, we have quite a few games left, but we have 2 months until the section playoffs start, and we got to get in shape by then and be able to make better decisions with the ball when we're tired, to finish things around the hoop when we're tired, and also with some contact too. And that's been a heavy emphasis of us this year, and I think that's gotten better. But yeah, I think we need our legs a little bit more. as we go here, and we're getting to that point where we got to start finding a little bit more depth.
Right. I felt like physicality-wise, your girls really got over the hump against Brainerd, handled both their height and their physicality. I don't know how you felt. I felt like Brainerd was more physical than Alec, but Alec had just higher motors, right? They're able to just get up and down without getting tired. And so now you got to find the kind of the combination of things that are going to be successful against a team like Brainerd that will translate also against a team like Alexandria with all their athleticism.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why Alec has been so good for so long. And they're experienced. They have a ton of experience coming back, and we do too. But we're still learning how to play at that next level. And I think we closed the gap a little bit between us and Alexandria. I think that they probably left that game thinking, oh, Fergus might give us a little run here. And that was kind of the goal going in was to be as competitive as possible. Obviously, we thought we had a chance to win it. You limit the mistakes, maybe you do, but that recipe is playing physical, but it's also playing athletic. And I think you're right. Brainerd, I think, they're big, they're strong, they're athletic, but I feel like they don't really run the floor quite like an Alexandria does. All of a sudden, on a missed shot, all of a sudden they're down shooting a layup, and it's like before you can even look up, and they've got the ball up the sideline, and then they've got the ball to the girl underneath the basket, and she's shooting a layup, and you're like, holy buckets, that happened quick. So they're really good at running the floor. So those are the things that you got to do. You got to get back, and you got to run when you're tired, and that's really hard to do. And it's more mental probably than it is physical, because you got to think, oh, I gotta transition into the next thing, and it happens at a fast pace. It's an up and down game. So we got some things to work on. We're not a finished product by any stretch of the imagination, but we do like how we're playing and where we're at.
So getting into tonight's game. Tonight's Keys to the Game brought to you by Viking Cafe and Fergus Apothecary in downtown Fergus Falls. I would think a few of the keys to tonight, if the game goes the way we think it's going to go based on the records and what we've seen, one of the keys I would guess would be to get out of here healthy tonight, right? You want to get out of a game like tonight healthy. I would guess that you're going to want to run some stuff that you maybe can't practice against Alexandria that you might want to use against teams like Alec or Wilmer later on. And then also use it as a conditioning opportunity, right? Hey, girls, give me 5 minutes of as hard as you can go, and we'll move some other girls in and do the same thing. Are those the kind of things that you're looking for out of a night like tonight?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You want to come out of every night healthy, and you want to play hard and get in game shape. The best way to get in game shape is to play games. So take care of the basketball. We got to limit turnovers. That's a huge piece to this. Take advantage of the opportunities as far as rebounding goes. Limit them to one shot of possession and let's go. See if we can offensive rebound a little bit better, crash the offensive glass. We're getting better at that. We need more than just Hattie Fullhart to do that. She's really good at it, but we need about 3 other girls to crash the offensive glass. And you work on those things, and St. Cloud plays really hard. So we're gonna have to come out. And we're gonna have to make sure that we're ready and play a complete 36-minute game.
The other thing about tonight's game is if you look at the section standings right now, this is probably a first-round matchup.
On paper right now, if the season ended today, that's exactly how it would be. It would be a 2-7 matchup, and they would be coming back up here to play a first-round playoff game. So what you don't want to do is give them any kind of life or hope, right? And at the same time, you have to coach in a way that these kind of games are difficult to coach. Sometimes, it's difficult to keep the kids from being complacent, thinking that, this is going to be an easy game, and the next thing you know, somebody bombs a couple threes. Yeah, they shoot it well, and all of a sudden, if you let a team hang around, that's the last thing you want to do. So you want to go out there and you want to impose your will upon your opponent, and we're gonna have to do that tonight. We aim to do that every night, but we need a good start.
All right, thanks, Josh, for your time. Good luck for tonight and the rest of the season. We'll talk to you soon.
Awesome, thanks, Nick.
That's head coach Josh Steer, the Fergus Falls Otter girls basketball team. Otters 8-3 tonight, facing off against the St. Cloud Crush at 2-9. This is the Otter Tail Power pregame show, and we just reviewed tonight's keys to the game. Sponsored by Viking Cafe and Fergus Apothecary in downtown Fergus Falls. We're going to check in with some sponsors. We'll be back to Roosevelt Education Center and the old barn here in Fergus Falls after this message from our sponsors.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls and Grand Forks is your shopping stop for America's 3 favorite truck brands, Ford, Ram, and GMC. Whether you're towing, hauling, or just enjoying the open road, we have a truck for you. Half, 3/4, and 1 ton, there's a truck for every job. Stop and visit or shop any of our stores at NelsonAutoCenter.com. Nelson Auto Center, Fergus Falls and Grand Forks.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Light powers your day, and with LEDs, every time you turn on a light, it's a chance to save. See how Otter Tail Power Company can help you save at otpco.com/LED.
What's the record for the biggest walleye? What's the record for the largest goldfish? Wait, what? Never release aquatic animals or plants into our lakes and rivers. Help protect our waters and native species.
Welcome back to Roosevelt Education Center. The Otter Field House tonight. And for those that don't know, I'm sure a lot do, but the Otter Field House was home to the Otters from about 1952 to 2010. And of course they built the new Gold Gym in 2010. And then the last couple of years has been some money put back in thanks to some donation and some sponsors to bring back the Otter Field House. And as you can see, they've done a nice job of restoring the building, putting in an old school floor. If you can tell the paint is painted in the shape of a key, which is where the key and top of the key came from in the early basketball days. And anyway, a couple games a year by the boys and girls here. The girls actually played their playoff section game against Wilmer here last year, and so they're 1-0 in the section in this building, or at least in the section playoffs. Nick Keel with you, Derek Sidian helping run the camera and helping me stay on track here. KBRFradio.com and the Fergus Now app is the way you can watch and listen to the game at the same time tonight. Let's take a look at Tuesday's game. Just in a recap, the Otters were at Alexandria. You heard Coach Steer talk a lot about that game. Otters hung in there the first half. The second half, Alexandria ran away. The final score 76-56. In that game, Bryn Sternberg led the Otters with 15 points. Ruby Ellison had 12 points. Off the bench, Julia Hychek had a fantastic first half with 8 points and a couple of rebounds. Kind of helped get the Otters back in the game after starting down 9-0. Bella Anderson had 7 rebounds. Bryn and Sternberg and Carly Hurst had 6 rebounds in that game. And then Bryn Sternberg and Hattie Fullhart each had 4 assists. Losing that game brought the Otters record to 8-3, 3-2 in the CLC, or 1-1 in Section 8-3A. What else is going on in Central Lakes tonight? For girls action, Ricori is at Wilmer. I think Wilmer's got a double header there, a boy and girl double header, so we'll probably get a score on that one. It'll probably be final before this game concludes for sure. The Sartell girls are at Alexandria. That should be a good matchup. A couple of physical athletic teams, and then Brainerd is at Detroit Lakes tonight for Central Lakes girls action. On the boys' side, Detroit Lakes is at Wilmer. Hillcrest boys play tomorrow against Park Christian at Hillcrest. That game is scheduled to start at about 5:30. Hillcrest girls are playing tonight. They're hosting Rothsay. They will also play tomorrow. That is a boy-girl doubleheader against Park Christian. And then the girls hockey team, Mark Johnson, is up in Thief River Falls at Ralph Engelstead Arena tonight, and we hope to get a couple of updates on that as well. Thank you very much for joining the Otter Tail Power pregame show. We'll be coming up on the Nelson Auto starting lineups here shortly, and we'll take a look at the time and temp, and we'll get into the first half of this CLC action from Roosevelt Education Center. Going to take a few minutes break here while they take care of the national anthem. We'll be right back on 1250 KBRF, KBRFradio.com, and the Fergus Now app.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Ugstead Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Ugstead Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Olson Oil Cart Express of Fergus Falls is your one-stop shop. Propane tank refills? Check. Diesel for your trucks? Check. Gas, propane exchange, and bulk delivery? Check, check, and check. Olson Oil Cart Express, supporting Otter sports. The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Scott DeBrito. I had the privilege of wearing the Otter uniform. Today, I have the privilege of representing FM Bank here in Fergus Falls. Show your Otter pride with our Otter debit card. Stop in and see us or visit our website at mybankfm.com.
What's your number?
I drove 113 miles.
And I drove 124 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Business systems can be frustrating. Don't take it out on the printer. Let Liberty Business Systems simplify the chaos. With automated printing services and flexible contracts, you'll never feel frustrated or stuck with your business systems. Liberty Business Systems. Transparent, flexible, fearless.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Ugstead Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Ugstead Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Jay, owner of Fergus Apothecary, downtown Fergus Falls. We like to talk to you out in the open, not through glass, not through a speaker. We treat you as a person, not as an insurance card. So we invite you to come downtown Fergus Falls and speak with us.
Lakes girls basketball action. It's KBRFradio.com and the Fergus Now app tonight with the radio and YouTube simulcast. Just getting started with the starting lineups. This is the Otter Tail Power pregame show, and it's now time for the Nelson Auto Center starting lineups. Nelson Auto Center is located at 2228 College Way in Fergus Falls. Well, St. Cloud Crush is in town tonight. For those that don't know, the St. Cloud Crush is basically the public school for St. Cloud. It's a combination of St. Cloud Tech and Apollo, and they have combined for several of the sports there, especially on the girls' side. So that's who the St. Cloud Crush has become. That happened about 3 years ago, or maybe 4 years ago already. Travis Morol is the coach for the St. Cloud Crush, and for their starting lineup tonight, they're going to start number 1. That's Wesley Shuck. She is a 5'5" junior. Number 2 is McKenna Mork. She's a 5'5" junior. Number 3 is Jalea Caesar. Number 3, 5'6" freshman. And then number 11 is Isabella Frantessel. It's 5'9" sophomore. And then number 24 is Eleanor Piper. She's a 5'10" junior. St. Cloud Crush is wearing the white uniforms with blue and orange trim on their numbers. Fergus Falls, of course, the home team tonight, coached by Josh Steer, assisted by Dan Sternberg, wearing the maroon uniforms, trimmed with the white letters and numbers, and of course also trimmed with the gold. The Otters starting lineup tonight. Number 4, Carly Hurst. She's a 5'9" sophomore. Also starting for the Otters is Bella Anderson, wearing number 11. She is a 6' senior. Another forward for the Otters, number 30, 5'10" junior, is Hattie Fullhart. And at the guard position, it'll be number 14, Ruby Ellison, a 5'10" junior. And then Bryn Sternberg, number 12, 5'9" senior guard. That is the Nelson Auto starting lineups. Time now for Game time is 7:30. And the temperature is 12 degrees. Game time and temp. It's brought to you by Ugstead Plumbing and Heating in Fergus Falls. Once again, you're listening to KBRF 1250 AM radio and the KBRFradio.com and Fergus Now app. The simulcast tonight, so you can actually catch the game on video and also catch us here on KBRF Radio AM. Getting set for the tap here in Fergus Falls. It's going to be Bella Anderson going up against Eleanor Piper here for the jump ball. And we're set to go. Bella gets a tip, tosses it to Ruby, or tips it to Ruby Ellison, but it goes out of bounds, so it's going to go over to St. Cloud. And here comes the Crush for their first possession. It's Wesley Shuck with the ball. She gets it over the timeline, gets it over for Fran Tessel. Fran Tessel stops at the elbow. She's looking for a place to pass. Man-to-man pressure defense. Here's the overpass over to number 3, Caesar, for the Crush, guarded by Sternberg. Otters really pushing the Crush high here. Caesar's going to go in. She goes into the double team, and it's blocked by Hurst. Sternberg with a quick outlet pass gets it up for Ruby Ellison, and Ruby misses the bunny. And here's a rebound for the Crush. Here's a steal, and Bella Anderson's going to get the basket, and there's 2 points for the Otters are scored by Bella Anderson. Otters in a full court. Looks like they're going to 1-2-2 full court zone press. And the Crush get it to the middle to Fran Tessel. Carly Hurst is going to come from behind to get a steal. It's going to be a turnover for the Crush. Quick pass up to the corner for Sternberg. She misses the 3. Rebound comes down and gets fought for and taken away by Carly Hurst. So Hurst gets the rebound, and then Fullhart also gets a rebound. And then it's knocked out of bounds. So the Otters will inbound under their own basket. Here's a 3-pointer for Carly Hurst. Short, she fouls the shot. Ruby Ellison gets the rebound. Here's a 3 for Sternberg in the corner. That's too long, and the rebound comes out to Shuck. Shuck's going to go all the way end-to-end and gets the point. Wesley Shuck gets the 2 points for the Crush. And it's 2-2 on the Park Region scoreboard. Otters now with the skip pass for Fullhart. Fullhart's going to try one from 3. Her shot is short. Bella Anderson there trying to get the rebound, and they're going to call a foul on the Crush. I believe the foul is going to be on number 3. That's Jalea Caesar. Or actually it was on number 1. That's Wesley Shuck, her first personal, and the first foul on the team. Otters are going to turn it over. Their first turnover of the game. Cross-court pass intended for Ellison goes out of bounds. Now the inbound on the far sideline goes to Shuck. Shuck facing now man-to-man. It looks like Hattie's going to come off and her person to try to double team. Then Bella comes up to provide some pressure. Fran Tessel gets the ball, and she gets it across the midline for the Crush. She gets it over for Mork on the right side. Mork now gets it to Caesar. Otters fall back into a man-to-man. Shuck with the ball now to the left side, and we're going to have a block on Carly Hurst. That's Carly's first foul of the ball game. First foul on the Otters. 15:49 to go on the Park Region scoreboard. We have a 2-2 game. Here's the inbound for Piper. Piper moves to the right side, gives it up for Shuck. Shuck looking for a little screen and roll here. The ball gets tipped around a couple times, goes out of bounds off of St. Cloud. Crush will have their second turnover of the ball game. And Ruby Ellison inbounds it to Sternberg. Sternberg across the timeline. Fakes the handoff to Hurst, then pivots and passes it to Hurst near the midline. Sternberg now inside for Ellison. Ellison to the right wing for Fullhart. Fullhart drives in, and she's going to give it up for Bella Anderson. Really nice move there by Fullhart. She gets an assist for that one. Bella Anderson has her first point of the game. Here's a steal by Fullhart. Now the Otters in transition. Third turnover for the Crush. Sternberg with a skip pass to the right side for Hurst. Hurst 3 is on the way. Sternberg gets the assist. Carly Hurst gets a 3-pointer. And the Otters lead 7-2 on the Park Region scoreboard. Just under 15 minutes to go here in the first half. Central Lakes Conference action. Here's another turnover for the Crush. 14:52 to go here. Central Lakes girls basketball action from Roosevelt. The Otter Fieldhouse Gymnasium. Ruby Ellison now for the Otters to the right side for Sternberg. Sternberg with a skip pass for Hurst. Out to Fullhart. Back to Hurst in the left corner. And Carly gets 2 in a row. Carly Hurst with her second 3 of the ball game. Fullhart's going to get her second assist. The Otters now pressing again. And St. Cloud coach Travis Marole is going to take a timeout. It's 10-2 on the Park Region scoreboard. 14:27 to go. Looks like a full timeout, so we're going to take it with them. We're going to take a minute timeout here. This timeout is sponsored by Lake Region Healthcare.
Said they are the greatest sales team the world has ever known. Reliable, honest, legendary, and Blake?
You just can't resist, can you?
This January 18th, they are bringing you the lowest prices of the year on all pre-owned vehicles. The Minnesota Motor Company Indoor Sale, January 18th in Fergus Falls.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Back at Otter Fieldhouse, Nick Keel with you, Derek Sidian running the camera. We're streaming at KBRF.com, the Fergus Now app, also on 1250 AM KBRF. Crush with the inbounds here. Frantezzo gets it in for Caesar. Otters lead 10-2, 14:22 to go in the first half. Here's a drive and a missed shot by Caesar. Quick rebound for Hurst, and we're in transition, a pass for Ellison. Ellison goes up, looks like a little contact. She misses it, and it's going to be a foul on Bella Anderson. Bella fighting for the ball, trying to get a loose ball there, and a little too aggressive. She gets called for her first foul. That's the second foul on the Otters. And here comes the Crush. Mork with the ball, gets it to Frantessel. She loses a handle, but gets it across for Piper. Piper center pass to Mork. Mork throws it across the corner for Caesar. Caesar back to the right side for Frantessel. Frantessel back to the right for Mork. Cross pass for Piper. From 16, it's in and out, no good. Ruby Ellison gets the rebound for Fergus Falls. Her second quick transition pass up for Carly Hurst. Now to Ellison, to the left side for Sternberg, to the corner for Anderson. Cross-court pass. Ellison's open for 3. It's off the mark, and it's knocked out of bounds by Hattie Fullhart. And it will go over to St. Cloud Crush. Anderson's going to get replaced here for the Otters by Julia Hychek. 13:35 to go first half. Otters lead 10-2 over St. Cloud. Caesar with the ball now, gets it across court for Shamla. Shamla skips it over to Leeser, and that's going to be a turnover. Turnover number 6 for the Crush. Crush having difficulty with the pressure. The Otters have put some man-to-man and some zone full court pressure on so far. Sternberg with the ball into the front court now, moves to the right wing. Cross-court pass to Fullhart. Now a skip pass into the middle of the lane for Sternberg. Sternberg leaves it short. Rebounded by Julia Hychek, or almost rebounded it. She had to tip it in, and now the Crush in transition. Shuck with the ball. She drives in, throws it up from 16 feet. Ball is loose on the floor, and we're going to have a tie-up, I believe. And the ball's going to go over to the Crush. Hurst is going to get a rest. Reese Keel in. 5'9" sophomore in for her first action tonight. 12:59 to go on the Park Region scoreboard. Otters lead 12-2. Sternberg crosses the Fergus Falls logo at center court over to the right corner for Keel. Keel picks up the dribble, gives it to the right wing for Fullhart. Little screen action to the corner for Ruby Ellison. That's an assist for Fullhart. And Ruby Ellison gets the 3-point basket for the Otters. The Otters lead 13-2 on the Park Region scoreboard. Pressure again. The Crush get across the timeline. Pass inside for Piper. Piper flips it back out. Now Shuck with it at the top of the key. She's going to drive to her left. She gives it up to the left side for Piper. Piper picks up the dribble, gives it off for Shamla. Shamla now back for Shuck. Shuck going, and it's going to be a steal for Sternberg. A turnover for the Crush. Quick pass up from Sternberg to Fullhart. Fullhart gets the easy basket. Sternberg gets the assist. The Otters lead 15-2 on the Park Region scoreboard. Going to be a foul on Fergus Falls. That foul is going to be on Hattie Fullhart. That's her first, team third foul for the Otters. Carly Hurst and Bella Anderson check in. Out goes Fullhart and Ellison. Otters look to be in a man-to-man full court press. Here's the inbounds pass now for Mork. Mork's going to try to throw middle, knocked away by Bella Anderson, stolen by Highcheck, and Carly Hurst gets the easy basket. Highcheck gets the assist, Carly Hurst gets the basket. She's got 8 on the contest, and the Otters lead 17-2. Crush get the ball to the midline, and it's knocked out of bounds by Highcheck. St. Cloud Crush now coming across the midline. This is Shuck, the 5'5" junior working against Sternberg. Pass inside for Shamla. Over to the left side for Mork. Mork picks up the dribble, gives it up for Leeser. Leeser now stuck with it inside, passes it outside for Shamla. Shamla now to the right side to Piper. Over to the right wing for Leeser. Cross court for Mork. She misses the 3, and it's rebounded by Bella Anderson. Anderson in transition up for Keel to the right side for Hurst. Hurst gets to 2 feet from about 10 feet out, picks it up, kicks it over to Keel, then to Sternberg for 3. Bryn misses the 3-pointer, and we got a loose ball that is picked up by Carly Hurst. Hurst gets her 3rd rebound of the game, and now the Otters reset. Now here's a play for the left side for Sternberg. She misses. Highcheck gets the offensive rebound. Over to the left side for Hurst. Now to Bella Anderson on the baseline. Skip pass over, goes off of Keel's hands. Highcheck tracks it down. Reese Keel shoots her 3, and she drills it. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Reese Keel gets a 3-pointer. Her first shot of the game, her first points of the game. Highcheck gets the assist. That's her 2nd. Here's transition now for St. Cloud, and that's going to be 21 Shamla with her first basket, and the 2nd basket for the Crush. 10:19 to go, first half. Park Region scoreboard. Otters lead 20-4. Anderson's going to flip a pass over to Sternberg. Sternberg misses the 15-footer. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by Highcheck. And St. Cloud's going to take over possession. Presley Warren comes in for the first time tonight. 5'8" freshman wearing number 31. St. Cloud's going to inbound it under their own basket. Here's Mork. The pass up now to Caesar in transition. She's going to step back and take a 3. She misses it, and it's going to go out of bounds. Otters will take over. 9:59 to go. So I want to check in with our sponsor. This game, Quality and this game and the Quality Toyota Player of the Game T-shirts brought to you by Lake Country Graphics. Lake Country Graphics, your apparel source for personalized printed and embroidered clothing and accessories. Go to yourapparelsource.com/Lake Country Graphics. Lake Country Graphics in Fergus Falls. Presley Warren gets the ball now to the right side. She's going to drive in, does a Euro step, and I believe she's going to draw a foul. Shot clock was running down to 11. Presley catches at the right wing and drives in. The foul is going to be on number 21. That's Sydney Shamla. That's her first personal. That is the 2nd team foul for the Crush. Presley makes her first free throw and has her first point of the game. 9:34 to go on the Park Region scoreboard. 2nd free throw on the way for Warren. Presley makes both and has 2 points on the night just a few seconds into the game. More full court pressure for the Otters. Crush finally gets it across. Here's Caesar now under the basket. She's going to go up. Bella Anderson's too tall. And Bella gets the block, and it's going to be a turnover for St. Cloud. Transition now. Here's a pass for Bella Anderson. She kicks it out for Hurst for another 3. Carly leaves it short. Offensive rebound by Reese. Here's a pass inside and a missed shot, but then another rebound. So Bella Anderson gets the rebound. It looks like it's going to be a foul on the Crush. Bella Anderson gets a rebound there. Reese Keel gets a rebound there. And the foul is going to be the second on Shamla. Here's a drive now for Warren. Kicks it out for Anderson to the right side for Keel, and Reese Keel hits her second three of the ball game. Reese 2 for 2, and the Otters lead 25-4. Here's a transition shot by St. Cloud. Shamla takes a shot. She misses it. Keel's on the ground with a couple of the Crush girls. We're going to have a jump ball, and St. Cloud is going to retain possession. Substitution in for the Crush. Frantezzo comes back in. And June Strite, also number 31, coming in for St. Cloud. Otters are going to inbound under their own basket. Or I'm sorry, the Crush inbounded. And there's a steal and a turnover by the Otters. Keel pushes it up for Highcheck. Highcheck is going to attack the left elbow. Kicks it out for Hurst. All the way over now to Bella Anderson in the corner. Cross pass to Hurst. Keel with it now at the right wing. To the right side. Good ball movement by the Otters, keeping that ball moving against the 2-3 zone. Hurst is going to lose control of the ball here, and she's going to be in a tie-up with Jalea Caesar. And that is going to result in the Otters keeping possession with 11 seconds to go. Substitutions, starting 5 back on the floor for Fergus Falls. Highcheck, Keel, and Warren go out of the game. Sternberg, Ellison, and Fullhart come back in. Otters lead 25-4, just over 8 minutes to go on the Park Region scoreboard. Shot clock's running out. Ruby Ellison takes a shot. She misses, rebounded by Hattie Fullhart. Hattie tries to go up. She gets it blocked, and the Otters are going to keep it. Fullhart gets a rebound there. That's her 4th already of the ball game. And the Otters are going to inbound under their own basket. Sternberg inbounds. Ellison wide open in the deep corner in front of the Crush bench. That's going to be missed. Sternberg comes up with the rebound, and she's going to get fouled and go to the free throw line. Offensive rebound and another possession for the Otters, thanks in part to Bryn Sternberg. That foul is on June Strite, 5'7" freshman from St. Cloud. There's a rare miss on a free throw for Sternberg. And she'll get an attempt at her second here. And that one's also no good. I'm 100% sure that is the first time all season that Bryn has missed both free throws at the line. She shoots 88% on the season. Here's a three-pointer by the Crush's Jalea Caesar. There's a rebound by Bella Anderson, her 3rd of the first half. Here's a pass up for Ruby Ellison. Ruby goes inside, and she's going to be fouled. Nice headband pass from Sternberg up to Ellison. Ellison did a little Euro step into the lane. She got fouled. The foul is on Jalea Caesar. That's her 2nd. That's a 5th-team foul on St. Cloud. First free throw for Ruby Ellison is good. Ruby cashes in on her chance at the line. She's got 4 points here in the first half. Caesar's going to check out with those 2 fouls. And Ruby's going to shoot her 2nd. Second one is off the back of the rim, no good, but Ruby gets her own rebound. Don't see that much on a free throw, but she did it. We're going to reload the offense with the pass out to near the center circle for Sternberg. She dribbles left, gives it up for Ellison. Here's a cut now for Bella Anderson. She gets shoved out of the lane, no call. Cross-court pass now from Fullhart. Gets it over to Ruby. Ruby with 1 second gets the shot up from the baseline. It's no good. Ruby gets another offensive rebound, and she's going to be fouled. Ruby Ellison with 3 rebounds on this possession. She's also had 3 shots. She had 2 free throws, and she's going to get 2 more. This possession has been largely Ruby. And that free throw is well short. Ruby's, she's going to hear about that one from the girls in their locker room. She doubles over, a little embarrassment. Ruby, a really good free throw shooter, 76%er. Misses that one. Second one is good. Just a little lapse in concentration there by Ruby. She's got her 5th point of the game, and the Otters lead 27-4 in the Park Region scoreboard. Another turnover for the Crush. Here's a quick pass inside for Hattie Fullhart. Hattie misses, tries to get her own rebound, and it's knocked out of bounds. Hattie having trouble finishing here at the start of the game, working very hard, getting her hand on a lot of basketballs and picking up some rebounds. We just haven't fallen for her so far. There's a pass from underneath all the way out to Hattie. Sternberg loads up from three, and she hits it. Bryn hits her first field of the game. It's a three-pointer. She was off to kind of a slow start. She needed that one. The Otters lead 30-4 in the Park Region scoreboard. 6:42 to go here in the first half. Central Lakes basketball action from Roosevelt Education Center. Here's a turnover by St. Cloud. That's going to be their 12th. Ruby knocked the ball away. Shuck went back to get it, but she gained possession before she went over the center line and was called for the over and back violation, or the backcourt violation. So turnover for St. Cloud. Otters have the ball. Ellison kicks to the right corner. Here's Sternberg again, and Bryn's starting to heat up. Sternberg with her second three. She now has 6 points in the game. Ellison gets the assist. Here's a transition pass. It's taken away by Carly Hurst. Hurst gets a steal and brings it across the midline. Carly's going to set it up. Kicks it to the right corner. Ellison's wide open. She misses it, goes over the basket, and it's going to be out of bounds. Fullhart was there for the rebound, but ball bounced directly over the backboard, which is out of bounds. We're going to have a 30-second timeout by Coach Steer and the Otters. The Otters lead 33-4. So we're going to take 30 seconds with them. This timeout is brought to you by Lake Region Healthcare.
Light powers your day, and with LEDs, every time you turn on a light, it's a chance to save. See how Otter Tail Power Company can help you save at otpco.com/LED.
Back at Fergus Falls, Roosevelt Education Center, Otter Fieldhouse. Nick Keel with you, Derek City in here as well, running the camera for us. And here's another turnover by the Crush. Fullhart is going to go coast to coast with it, and she's going to finish. Hattie gets her 5th point of the ball game. Otters lead 35-4 in the Park Region scoreboard. 5:43 to go here in the first half. Otters got off to kind of a slow start, but have really opened it up now offensively. Here's Frantezel as she goes from the baseline towards the free throw line. She's going to be tripped up by Carly Hurst. It's going to be the second foul for Carly. 4th team foul on the Otters. So she's going to check out. Bella Anderson's coming back in. Reese Keel also in for Fergus Falls. Crush are going to inbound her their own basket. Mork's trying to inbound. She can't find anybody. She finally gets it out to Shuck. Shuck with the ball now, dribbling from far side to the near side. Gets it up for Piper. Piper picks up her dribble. Gets it over for Mork. Mork now to the left corner for Shuck. Shuck drives the baseline. She flips it up. It's going to be rebounded by Piper. She misses. Shuck gets it back and hits it at the shot clock buzzer. Shuck gets her second basket of the game. She has 4. The Crush have 6. 35-6. Just under 5 minutes to go here from Fergus Falls in the Otter Fieldhouse. Reese Keel gets the pass over to the left corner, makes a couple fake passes, and then takes a step. So that's going to be a turnover for the Otters, their 2nd of the ball game. And they'll give the ball back to the St. Cloud Crush. Wesley Shuck running the point for St. Cloud, gets it up for McKenna Mork. Mork gets it up to Frantezel. There's a turnover and a steal by Hattie Fullhart. Fullhart takes it all the way to the basket. She gets her 6th and 7th points of the ball game. 37-6, the Otters lead. Just under 4.5 to go here in the first half. Frantezel with the ball to the Crush. It's going to be taken away by Highcheck. 16th turnover for the Crush. Highcheck brings it up, kicks to the right side for Sternberg. Sternberg's 3 is no good, but it's going to be rebounded there by Reese Keel. Keel gets her third rebound of the game, gets it up for high check. High check to the right side for Anderson, skip to Keel. Here's a three-point shot by Fullhart. Goes in and out, hits the backboard and goes in. An assist for Reese there and a three-pointer for Fullhart. That's her second three of the game and her 10th point of the ball game. Shuck now with the drive, kicks it over to the left side for Mork, and it's going to go out of bounds over her head. Turnover for St. Cloud. Some substitutions coming into the game. Morgan Welly is going to come in for the first time for the Otters. Morgan is a 5'8" senior, wears number 10. First action for Morgan tonight. Otters lead 40-6. Sternberg gets it up to the left side for Keel. Keel brings it back outside, skips it back over to the right side for Sternberg. To the right corner for Hychek. Pass inside for Morgan Welly. Morgan goes right up, and she's going to get to the free throw line. That foul is on Lucy Rapata, her first. That is the 7th team foul on the Crush. It doesn't make any difference because Morgan Welly is going to shoot 2 free throws anyway. Morgan's first free throw is up, no good, off the left side of the rim. Ruby Ellison's going to check in and replace Reese Keel. Morgan back to the line, try to get her first points of the ball game. And she does. Morgan Welly goes 1 of 2, has 1 point, and here comes the Crush now in transition. Here's a steal and a turnover by the Crush, stolen by Bella Anderson. Quick transition ball all the way to the right side for Ruby. Sternberg gets it right at the free throw line. She flips it back over to the right wing for Hychek. Back to the top for Sternberg. Skip pass for Ellison. Ellison with a shot fake, dribble in, she misses. Bella Anderson fighting for the rebound. She doesn't get it, but neither do the Crush, and it goes out of bounds off the Crush. Rapata, and the Otters are going to have an inbound with 19 seconds on the shot clock. Sternberg over to the right corner for Ellison. Ellison's going to bring it back to the top of the key. Now to the left corner. Sternberg's wide open for 3. That's too long. Rebound by Shuck. Shuck's going to push it now in transition for the Crush. She's going to give it up to Leeser. Leeser misses the shot, and Ruby Ellison gets the rebound. 6 rebounds for Ruby here in the first half. She's been very active. Quick pass underneath from Sternberg to Anderson is going to go out of bounds off the Crush. Fergus Falls is going to retain possession here. 2:32 to go in the first half. Otters lead 41-6. Inbound pass now for Anderson. She flips it back to the corner for Sternberg. Cross court to Hychek to the corner. Ruby Ellison open. She misses. Sternberg working for the rebound, and she gets it. Sternberg gets the rebound. She's going to bring it back outside, reset the offense here against this zone defense. Looks like a 3-2 now. Ellison's going to drive in. She shoots it and misses. Bella Anderson tries to go for the rebound, but she can't get it. Goes out of bounds. It's going to go over to the Crush. Just over 2 minutes to go in the first half. Otters lead 41-6 here. St. Cloud trying to get some offense going. Wesley Shuck running the point for the Crush. We're going to stop at the midline, right at the FF logo. Now she moves it across, gets it for Piper. Piper's going to get a screen here from Leeser. She's going to pick up the ball and gets it back out for Rapata. Rapata with the crossover dribble to the left side for Osborne. Osborne having some trouble getting rid of it. Now back for Rapata. She drives baseline, flips it in for Piper, and she scores. Eleanor Piper gets her first basket of the game. It's 41-8. Otters leading the Crush here in the first half. Ellison's going to attack. She throws cross court to Hychek for 3, and Julia hits it. Ruby's going to get an assist there. She could have pretty easily got called for a charge as she left her feet. She doesn't. Hychek catches and delivers a 3-pointer. The Otters lead 44-8. Rapata's going to shoot from 3. That's off the mark. Ruby Ellison with another rebound. 7 rebounds for Ruby here in the first half. Cross-court pass to Sternberg. Nearing the 1-minute mark. Here's a skip pass to the corner for Ellison. Hychek's going to flip it. Nope, she fakes the pass for Sternberg. Sternberg with a backdoor cut. A look from Ruby. Ruby Ellison gets it to her. Sternberg finishes for her 7th and 8th points of the first half. Here's a long shot from Shuck. Wesley Shuck hits her first 3 of the game. She's got 7. And that's 11 points now for the Crush. Otters in transition. High check with it at the right wing to the right corner for Ellison. Ellison skipped to the left side now for Sternberg. Sternberg shoots from 22 feet. Just catches the bottom of the backboard. And now the St. Cloud Crush will have an opportunity to have the last shot of the half. 21 seconds to go. Pass for Rapata. Rapata fakes Sternberg in the air, then dribbles to her left. Osborne with it on the drive. And we're going to have a foul, I think, against Morgan Welly. That'll be the 6th team foul on Fergus Falls. First foul on Welly. Sternberg goes out. Keel checks in. And with 13.9 to go here in the first half, the Otters lead 46-11. St. Cloud Crush with an inbounds right in front of the Fergus Falls bench. Here's an inbounds. Reese Keel is going to get a steal. She goes to the basket and she misses it. Reese misses the money. And St. Cloud has the rebound. Shuck with the ball. She's driving in. Shoots from 3. Misses. And that is the end of the first half. Pretty good half for the Otters. Not as great a half for the St. Cloud Crush. Just want to check in with a couple of sponsors here before we go to break. West Central Ag Air is your local Peterson Farms and LG seed supplier. They're the right choice to defend your crops. That's West Central Ag Air. Midwest Printing, they're your local partner for quality printing. Visit Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls. That is the end of our first half. Our halftime score in the Park Region Ottertail Telecom scoreboard is 46-11. Park Region service beyond the connection. Coming up next, we'll have the Minnesota Motor halftime show. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls, Breckenridge, and Hankinson. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
What's your number?
I drove 60 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota. I drove 45 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Serve your family and friends the best. Certified Angus beef from the meat department at Service Food. Special cuts and orders always welcome. Service Food, West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
Service Food. Serving you best.
Otter Tail Minn Dakota Coaches has been the trusted name in transportation for 50 years. Safety, service, and dependability are at the heart of every journey. From local routes to nationwide trips, rely on Otter Tail Coaches for a ride you can trust.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Jay, owner of Fergus Apothecary, downtown Fergus Falls. We like to talk to you out in the open, not through glass, not through a speaker. We treat you as a person, not as an insurance card. So we invite you to come downtown Fergus Falls and speak with us.
Serve your family and friends the best. Certified Angus beef from the meat department at Service Food. Special cuts and orders always welcome. Service Food, West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
Service Food. Serving you best.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you where to eat.
Minnesota Motor halftime show. Reminder, coming up on the January 18th, which is going to be a week from tomorrow. It's the 65th annual indoor sale at Minnesota Motor Company. Their pre-owned vehicles are at their lowest pricing right now at Minnesota Motor Company. I was talking with Matt Ness, one of the salesmen over there last week. He said they've had over 100 vehicles indoor that weekend. So you're going to want to go over and check out Minnesota Motor on January 18th. It's the Minnesota Motor halftime show. Just taking a look at our broadcast schedule. It looks like tomorrow will be Mark. The Otter girls are making a north trip. They're in Thief River Falls tonight. By the way, they're tied at 1 after the first period. But girls hockey at Ingolstadt Arena in Thief River Falls tonight. And then Jason Retzloff is over at Battle Lake. He has the Ashby and Battle Lake girls. Then tomorrow, girls hockey, Fergus Falls at Warroad. Mark will have the call there on 1250 KBRF. And then men's basketball tomorrow afternoon. Craig Olson's going to have that game. Pregame at 2:55. Game time scheduled for 3 o'clock. That's undefeated Riverland in town to play M State here in Fergus Falls. Again, Craig Olson on 977 FM will have that. Looking ahead to next week, on Tuesday the 14th, you got girls hockey. Fergus Falls will be at Wilmer, 977 FM. That's Mark. I will have the girls basketball game at home against Little Falls on KBRF 1250. And then Jason Retzloff is going to have Hillcrest at Underwood. And that's a game people have been kind of looking forward to seeing, as Underwood has kind of been the team to beat the last couple years in Section 6A. Hillcrest currently undefeated, and as I mentioned earlier, they're playing tonight against Rothsay, and they actually play tomorrow also against Park Christian, so a couple of tough tilts for them. Anyway, Jason Retzloff will have the call on KJJK 96.5 FM on Tuesday for that one. Taking a look at the first half, it's 46-11. Fergus Falls leads Central Lakes Conference basketball action. Leaders for the Crush, Wesley Shuck, number 1, the 5'5 juniors, got 7 of their 11 points. Sydney Shamala, number 21, has 2, and Eleanor Piper also has 2. St. Cloud Crush had 18 turnovers in the first half. Coach Josh Steer and the Otters fared quite a bit differently in the first half. They lead 46-11. Only 3 turnovers on the board for Fergus Falls that first half. Julie Hychek came off the bench, had a rebound and a 3-pointer. Reese Keel made 2 3-pointers for the Otters and had 3 rebounds and assist. Carly Hurst, a couple of 3-pointers to start the game. She also had another basket. She's got 8 points at halftime. Morgan Welly got 1 point as she made a free throw when she came in the ballgame. Bella Anderson with 4 points and 3 rebounds. Bryn Sternberg has 8 points, a couple of threes, 4 rebounds and 2 assists. Ruby Ellison in the first half, 5 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Really nice half, very active half for Ruby Ellison. And then Hattie Fullhart, a couple of threes, sandwiched by a couple of twos, has 1 rebound, 4 assists in the first half. Presley Warren made 2 free throws, 2 for 2. And that closes out the scoring for Fergus Falls. This is the Minnesota Motor halftime show. Thank you to Minnesota Motor for sponsoring. A reminder, their 65th annual indoor sale is coming up January 18th. Check out the indoor sale pricing at mnmotorco.com. Be back to Fergus Falls Roosevelt Otter Field House after this message from our sponsors.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls and Grand Forks is your shopping stop for America's 3 favorite truck brands, Ford, Ram, and GMC. Whether you're towing, hauling, or just enjoying the open road, we have a truck for you. Half, 3/4, and 1 ton. There's a truck for every job. Stop and visit or shop any of our stores at NelsonAutoCenter.com. Nelson Auto Center, Fergus Falls and Grand Forks.
I'm Tad Butke, your dedicated business sales consultant at Park Region. Whether you're looking to optimize your operations, scale your business, or find tailored solutions, I'm here to help you achieve your goals.
Reach out to Tad today at 218-998-2000 for Park Region to go beyond the connection.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Minnesota Motor halftime show, 65th annual indoor sales coming up January 18th at Minnesota Motor Company. And get the best prices on the best vehicles around at Minnesota Motor Company. The indoor sale, January 18th. Just want to take a look at some other scores. Of course, I mentioned after one period up at Thief River Falls, Thief River and the Fergus Falls girls hockey teams are tied. Looking at other basketball action in the CLC tonight, Wilmer beat Ricori at Wilmer High School. That game was at 6 o'clock. The final score there was 59-24. Alexandria at last update was leading Sartell St. Stephen at halftime, 29-18. Looks like they're just starting the second half there. Brainerd beating Detroit Lakes over at DL High School, 41-10 with 16 minutes to go in the first half. Little update on the boys' side. Actually, no update on the Detroit Lakes and Wilmer game as of yet. And I don't think, let's see, girls' side we got Hillcrest. Maybe I can get a score on the Hillcrest game if I can get an update here on the computer. Oh, I don't have an update on the score, and so maybe I'll get one from one of the other guys. But there is a score of the Hancock-Underwood girls game tonight. With 2 minutes left in the game there, it looks like Hancock's leading Underwood 71-59. This is the Minnesota Motor Halftime Show. We'll be back with the second half here in 30 seconds.
Olson Oil Cart Express of Fergus Falls is your one-stop shop. Propane tank refills? Check. Diesel for your trucks? Check. Gas, propane exchange, and bulk delivery? Check, check, and check. Olson Oil Cart Express, supporting Otter sports.
Said they are the greatest sales team the world has ever known. Reliable, honest, legendary, and Blake?
You just can't resist, can you?
This January 18th, they are bringing you the lowest prices of the year on all pre-owned vehicles. The Minnesota Motor Company Indoor Sale, January 18th in Fergus Falls.
Here, and St. Cloud Crush with the basketball. Otters lead at halftime, 46-11. Crush with the ball. Here's a pass to left side to Frantezzo. She's going to kick it back outside for Shuck. Shuck's going to drive in, flip a right-hander up from 10, missed. Bella Anderson gets the rebound. And the Otters in transition. Pass from Sternberg up to Hurst. Hurst is going to drive to the right side and kiss it off the backboard and in. Carly Hurst with 10 points for Fergus Falls. They lead 48-11 on the Park Region scoreboard. Just started the second half. Central Lakes basketball action. CLC conference here tonight in Fergus Falls. Special treat from Throwback Gym here at Roosevelt Education Center. Piper with the ball. She's looking inside for Caesar. Goes off her fingers out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover for the Crush. That'll be their 19th of the game. And Bryn Sternberg brings it up for Fergus Falls. Don't expect to see this lineup for real long. Coach Sear wanted to make sure everybody stayed healthy, had the girls play hard, which figures in kind of on their full court pressure. Here's a pass from Sternberg, and it's going to be to Fullhart. Sternberg gets the assist. Fullhart gets her first basket of the second half, her 12th point of the game. The Otters lead 50-11 on the Park Region scoreboard. 16:40 to go here in the first half. Shuck's going to drive to her left, then spin to her right. She gets the ball knocked away, and it's stolen away by Bella Anderson. 20 turnover for St. Cloud. Transition now to the right corner for Ellison. Ellison with the skip pass, and it's going to be stolen by Shuck. Fourth turnover for Fergus Falls. Shuck goes all the way. Left-handed layup, no good. Here's a rebound for Piper. Piper shoots it from 6 feet and misses. Now Sternberg with a long pass up for Hurst. She gives it up for Fullhart. Fullhart misses the basket, but a lot of contact there. And that foul is going to be on Frantezzo. And that's going to be her first foul. It's going to put Fullhart on the line to shoot 2. Hattie to the line for the first time. Her first free throw is not good. She's got 12 points on the night. Does not add to that total there. And now she gets her second. And the second one for Hattie is good. It's going to be her 13th point of the night. The Otters lead by 40 points, 51-11. Just starting a couple of minutes here into the second half. Piper gets tied up, and it's going to be knocked away by Ruby Ellison. Ellison gets the steal in transition, gives it ahead for Bella Anderson. She misses. Ellison gets the rebound. Now Fullhart gets a rebound, and now Hurst gets a rebound. She passes it inside for Ruby Ellison. A lot of contact there, no whistle. Now Bella Anderson's going to throw it up, and it goes in. Bella got the contact, just threw it up in the air, and managed to hit the very top part of the backboard and kissed in. She's going to has a chance here to get an old-fashioned and one as she goes to the free throw line. Got rebounds there by Ellison, Sternberg, Hurst, and Bella misses the free throw. So the Crush bring it up. And here's a drive now by Caesar. Caesar puts it up. It's rebounded by Sternberg. Sternberg quickly gets it ahead for the Otters. Ellison kicks it over to the left side for Hurst, to the left corner for Fullhart. Fullhart misses the three. Carly Hurst gets the rebound. They get a second chance, and now Fullhart kicks it in for Ellison. And Ruby Ellison gets the easy basket on the pass from Hattie Fullhart. There's a turnover now for the Crush. Otters going to get transition basket here, or a transition shot anyway. Sternberg misses it. Hurst gets the rebound. She gets it back in for Sternberg. Carly Hurst gets the rebound, her fifth. She's also going to get an assist there, and Sternberg gets the 2 points for Fergus Falls. And the Otters lead 57-11 on the Park Region scoreboard. Ruby Ellison got caught about 30 feet from the basket with a little hand foul against Shuck. So Ruby Ellison is going to pick up her first foul of the game. That is the first team foul on the Otters in the second half. Crush are going to inbound right in front of their own bench. The pass is taken away by Ruby Ellison, 23rd turnover for St. Cloud. Transition pass quickly to Hattie Fullhart. And Hattie is going to have that one deflected by a Crush. That is Jalea Caesar. She went to the ground, and they end up calling a tie-up. And the Otters are going to keep the basketball under their own basket. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Got a sub coming into the game, so the official holds up for that. Caesar's going to go out. Leeser comes back in for the Crush. Sternberg to inbound under the Otter basket. Gets it for Carly Hurst. Hurst drives into the lane, kicks it across for Fullhart. Skip pass to Sternberg. Sternberg's going to drive baseline, reverses it back out. Now Ellison's going to drive down the lane line. She shoots it from 8 feet and drills it. Ruby Ellison on the attack. She gets her 8th and 9th points of the game. Now the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. St. Cloud's going to inbound in front of their own bench. 14-12 to go on the Park Region scoreboard. Otters lead 59-11. Mork with the ball now on the attack. Gets it over for Shamla. Shamla's going to spin left to right. Loses control. Dribbles it again. Kicks it to Mork. Mork shoots the three. Shoots it too strong. Bella Anderson tracks it down in the corner. 5th rebound for Bella. Quick transition basket for Fergus Falls. That's going to be Ruby Ellison with the basket. She's got 11 points now for Fergus Falls. Long 3-point shot for Shuck. Rebound by Carly Hurst. Hurst is going to bring it across the timeline on her own now. She gives it up to the right side for Ellison. Ellison's going to attack into the right corner. Now reverses back out to the top key for Sternberg. Sternberg back to the right side for Fullhart. Her 3-point shot is too strong, and Mork comes down with the rebound for the Crush. Mork brings it across the timeline, gives it up for Shuck. Now to the right side for Leeser. Leeser is going to shoot from 3. She misses. Piper gets the offensive rebound, and another possession for St. Cloud. Skip pass now to the top for Shuck. Shuck with the crossover dribble, working down the lane line. Sternberg trying to get control, and she does. Sternberg gets the steal. She's going to go coast to coast. She's going to get fouled and miss the basket. Looked like Bryn was going to go in free and clear. Shuck had a different plan in mind. She came up, but the contact on Bryn. Bryn couldn't finish, but she's going to go to the free throw line to shoot a couple of free throws. And her first free throw is good for Bryn. She'd missed a couple earlier in the game. Some substitutes coming into the game now for Fergus Falls. Keel, Warren, and Highcheck. This game and Quality Toyota Player of the Game t-shirts are brought to you by Lake Country Graphics. Lake Country Graphics is your apparel source for personalized printed and embroidered clothing and accessories. Go to yourapparelsource.com/Lake Country Graphics. That's Lake Country Graphics in Fergus Falls. 218-998-4027. Sternberg makes both free throws for the Otters. She's got 12 points on the ball game. And that foul is going to be on Bella Anderson. That's Bella's second team foul for Fergus Falls. Crush are going to inbound here right in front of us. Here's the inbounds pass and a give and go, and Leeser ends up losing control on the pass from Strite. Otters with the ball, 25 turnovers for the Crush. Sternberg with the ball, over to Anderson, skip pass to Warren. Warren kicks it to the top for Bella Anderson. She's going to drive in. Oh, what a nice pass for Bella, and she gets paid off with an assist. Bella Anderson drives in. Presley Warren came back door at the same time, and Presley gets her first basket, or field goal of the game. She made a couple free throws in the first half. Here's a shot now for Shuck, no good, rebounded by Warren. Presley gets her first rebound. Transition pass now for Hijack. Presley's going to cut. She kind of hesitated. Hijack thought she was going to keep going. Hijack threw the ball, and it results in a turnover for Fergus, their 5th of the ball game. Here's a drive by Shuck, and we're going to have a reach-in foul on Fergus Falls. That one's going to be on Reese Keel. It's her first foul of the game. She gets some instruction from both coaches to move her feet, don't use her hands. Inbound now for the Crush. Shuck has it, gives it off for Leeser. Leeser looking inside for Shamla. Shamla back out for Leeser. Leeser's three-pointer is no good. Piper has her hands on it. She can't get it. Shamla gets the rebound. She can't get it to go. Now it's kicked out for Strite. Strite misses. Otters having trouble getting the rebound. They finally do. It's Julia Hijack that comes away with it. Her second rebound of the game. Sternberg with the ball across the timeline now for Fergus Falls. To the left side for Hijack. Hijack to the corner for Keel. Keel from 16 feet is short off the rim. Anderson's going to get an offensive rebound here for Fergus. Skip pass now to Keel. Keel with a skip to the opposite corner. Here's Sternberg from 3, and Bryn drills it. Reese gets her second assist of the game. Sternberg gets another three-pointer. She now has 15 points. That's the third three for Sternberg. St. Cloud in transition. Shamla gets the shot, and she's going to go to the line as she's fouled by Fergus Falls. Fouls on Presley Warren. It's Presley's first. Sydney Shamla goes to the line. She's a 5'7" sophomore for the Crush. 10:55 to go on the Park Region scoreboard. The Otters lead 68-12 as Shamla makes that first free throw. Picks up her third point. Only 3 of the Crush players have scored in this game: Piper, Shamla, and Shuck. 3 of the starters for St. Cloud have not scored in this game. Shamla's second one is no good. Presley Warren gets the rebound. It's her second of the game. Keel running the point, flips it to the corner for Hurst. Hurst kicks it outside for Warren. Warren's going to attack, kicks it back for Carly. Carly's going to dribble drive towards the lane. Now to Reese at the free throw line. Here's Ruby Ellison. She goes inside, kicks it to Hurst. Hurst 15-footer is too strong. Ellison gets the rebound. Her shot is up, but no good. Ruby gets her 8th rebound of the night. Unable to get the shot through contact there, and the Otters are going to inbound under their own basket. 68-12 on the Park Region scoreboard. 10.5 minutes to go in the second half. Warren now with the drive. She gets to 2 feet, kicks it to the left corner for Carly Hurst, and Hurst gets the 3. It's an assist for Presley. And Carly Hurst with her third 3 of the ball game. She now has 13 points. The Otters lead 71-12. Here's a steal by Hijack. Hijack's going to go in with the right-handed layup, and she makes it. Hijack with her 4th and 5th point of the ball game. The Otters lead 73-12. Shuck with the ball now against man-to-man. She's going to step back on a 3. She misses. Keel's going to come down with the rebound for Fergus Falls. 4th rebound for Reese. She's going to pass up for Ruby Ellison. Ruby goes a little too deep on the baseline, didn't have the angle. Ball gets knocked out of bounds off of St. Cloud. Josh Steer trying to figure out when he's going to put the next round of substitutes in. Right now, Sternberg is out of the game. In fact, Ellison and Hurst are the only 2 starters that remain in the ballgame to this point. Ellison now to the left wing. She's going to drive inside. She takes some contact, and she's going to go to the line. Ruby's going to go shoot 2. St. Cloud Crush foul is on number 21. That's Sydney Shamler, her 3rd personal foul. Ellison goes to the line. Ruby makes her 2nd free throw in a row. She now has 12 points. Checking out of the game is Hurst and Highcheck. Ari Kruger comes in, as well as Savannah Lee for her first varsity action. Savannah's been hurt. Ruby Ellison makes the 2nd free throw. She made her last 3, and she made 4 out of 5 on the night. Ruby is 13 points. And also Ashton Lill into the game for Fergus Falls. Otters lead 75-12 on the Park Region scoreboard. Crush on the attack. That ball is going to be tipped out of bounds. It goes off the hands of 31 Strite. And now we got 5 subs coming in for the St. Cloud Crush. A full line change into the game is Caesar number 3, Mork number 2, Frantezel number 11, Rapata 23, and number 15 is Brenna Osborne. Savannah Lee gets it up for Ashton Lill to the right side for Welly. Savannah Lee's going to drive in. She flips it underneath the basket to Lill. Lill kicks it back outside. Presley Warren on the drive. She gets it partially blocked, and the rebound comes out to the Crush. Rapata brings it up now for St. Cloud. She's going to drive to the left side, and she dribbled it all the way up the court, all the way to the right side, all the way to the left side, but they're going to get a foul here. And that foul is going to be on Ari Kruger. Her first personal. It's the 5th foul on the Otters, and we are under 9 minutes, and the game is more than 35 points, so we're on running time the rest of the night. Here's an inbounds, or here's a shot here by Osborne. She misses. Rebound for Morgan Welly. Transition pass from Warren ends up in the hands of Savannah Lee. Savannah gets it off for Presley. Presley now to the top of the key for Morgan Welly. To the right side for Lee. Lee's pass is going to be tipped, and it's going to be a turnover for Fergus. Going the other way was St. Cloud, and that was going to be Brenna Osborne had the breakaway. Presley Warren chased her down and ended up blocking it. Not only blocking it, but also knocked it off Osborne. So it's going to be turned over to Fergus Falls. A nice play and hustle play by Presley Warren. Savannah Lee on the drive towards the right elbow. She gives it up for Lill. Lill to the left side for Welly. Welly's going to drive towards the free throw line, give it up for Lee. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Crossover here now by Lee to the left side, and she touched it with her right hand, and it's going to be a turnover for Fergus Falls, number 7 on the night. 7:23 to go on the Park Region scoreboard. Otters lead 75-12. Haven't had a stoppage, only 1 stoppage of play here in the second half so far, and with the running time, we're likely not to see another one. So we're going to have to catch up with the sponsors here in a bit. Here's a 3-point shot by Rapata, rebound by Presley Warren, and she's going to bring it up for Fergus Falls. Warren takes it in, drives hard left-handed, she misses it. There's a rebound for Welly. Morgan Welly gets the rebound and also gets the basket. So Morgan has 3 points in the game. Otters lead 77-12 in the Park Region scoreboard. 6:50 to go in the second half. There's a timeout on the floor. We're going to take it with them. This timeout is sponsored by Lake Region Healthcare.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Oakstead Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Oakstead Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
West Central Ag Air is your local Peterson Farms and LG seed supplier, and the right choice to defend your crops. That's West Central Ag Air. Midwest Printing, your local partner for quality printing. Visit Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls. St. Cloud Crush with the basketball. Running time here at Roosevelt Education Center and Otter Fieldhouse. There's going to be a foul on Savannah Lee for Fergus Falls. That is Savannah's first. It's a 6th team foul for the Otters. Cross-court pass now for Fran Tessel. She's going to skip it over to Mork back on the right side in front of the Crush bench. Fran Tessel now on the left side. She's going to dribble and kick it up for Rapata. Rapata left-handed dribble to the baseline to Fran Tessel again, to Mork. To the top for Osborne. Osborne from 15 feet. She misses it. Rebound that time by Caesar. Offensive rebound and a second attempt now for the Crush. Caesar goes in. She's going to be fouled by Ari Kruger. Kruger's second foul, 7th team foul on Fergus Falls. Jalea Caesar goes to line. She's a 5'6" freshman. Has a chance to get into the scorebook tonight for St. Cloud, and she does. First points for Caesar. She's 1-1 at the line. 77-13 on the Park Region scoreboard. Just under 5.5 to go here. We're running time at Otter Fieldhouse. Second free throw is no good, and the rebound comes off to Morgan Welly. Morgan Welly with her third rebound. Here's Savannah Lee with a three-point shot from the right side. She misses. Ashton Lill with the rebound, and she's going to turn it over. Lill gets a rebound and a turnover, and the Crush are back to the left side here with Osborne. Osborne tries to dribble out towards center court. She's going to give it up for McKenna Mork. Mork's going to drive in, get to 2 feet, gives it off to Fran Tessel. She misses a shot, and Welly's going to come down with another rebound. 4 rebounds now for Morgan Welly. And this clock now is under 4.5, or just about to 4.5 minutes to go. Presley Warren on the right side. She's going to dribble with her left hand, scoop it back with her right, and she misses. Rapata with the rebound, bringing it back up for the Crush. Rapata to the corner to Fran Tessel. Fran Tessel's going to skip it across to Osborne. Osborne left-handed dribble. To the left side for Caesar. Her three-pointer is no good, but the Otters don't go rebound it. Fran Tessel's going to get another shot at it. She misses, and now Presley Warren gets the rebound. Presley's going to get rebound number 4. That's going to be the 6th team foul. And we have another substitution into the game. A couple of Otters seeing their first varsity action tonight. That's Kaya Ness and Chloe Nelson into the ball game for the first time for Fergus Falls. First action for both of them. Chloe's going to dribble down to the right corner, reverse layup, and she gets in the scorebook right away. Chloe Nelson gets her first varsity points immediately, and the fans are happy about that. Kaya Ness also in the scorebook. She gets her first rebound. Chloe Nelson with the ball, guarded by Osborne into the right corner. Chloe's going to kick it outside for Welly, to the left side for Ness. Over to the left corner now is Nelson. Nelson's going to drive. She looked shot fake from 3. She doesn't have it. Ness now to the top of the key to the right side. Just about 10 seconds on the shot clock now. Here's Kruger back to Nelson. Nelson is going to attack. Gets it to the corner. Here's Ashton Lill, and she drills a 3. Ashton Lill hits the three-pointer. She gets into the scorebook, and it's 82-13. Otters. Here's a three-point shot at the top of the key for Osborne. She misses. Welly goes to track it down, and she's not going to get it. More substitutes into the game. We got Burrud and Bockers into the game. Bean is Burrud's nickname. See if she can get in the scorebook as well. Bockers now drives in. She's going to shoot it up. She misses. Rebound comes off to Strite for the Crush. So a couple more Otters with a chance to get their first points that are on the floor here. Here's a three-pointer by Osborne. Lill can't track down the rebound. Nelson's there, and it's going to be tracked down by Ness. Kaya Ness gets her second rebound of the game. And here comes the Otters. Chloe Nelson picks up her dribble, throws it inside for Bockers. Bockers tries to shoot. She can't. She's going to be fouled, but she's going to go to the line, and she's going to have a chance to get her first points. is. Akira Bakers gets her first points for varsity as well tonight. Her second free throw is not going to go. There's Chloe Nelson, and she's going to get fouled. So Chloe already got her first points, but she's going to get a chance to add to that. Akira Bakers gets her first points. Her first point with one free throw. Chloe's first free throw is no good. She's got a chance for a second and her third point, and she gets it. Chloe with her first 3 varsity points. And the running clock now down to 41 seconds. So running out of time for a couple more Otters to get on the scoreboard, but here's a turnover by St. Cloud. It's the 28th of the game, and we're going to have a chance here. Burrud and Ness still got a chance to get some points. Let's see if we can get beating the basketball here. Nelson's holding it out at the top. She's going to attack. Osborne's guarding her man-to-man. 16 seconds to go. Here's a pass for Kaya Ness. Kaya trying to get a shot off here and get her first points. Here's another pass out for Nelson. Pressure defense by the Crush here. We're going to have a tie-up, and that's going to run the ball game out. We do get a couple more Otters on the scoreboard for the very first time. But that is the end of the game. The running time, that game goes awfully quick. Our final score tonight on the Park Region Ottertail Telecom scoreboard, Fergus Falls Otters 84, the St. Cloud Crush 13. Park Region service beyond the connection. We didn't really have time for much for timeout, so this last timeout that we take here before our Olson Oil Card post-game show is going to be sponsored by Lake Region Healthcare.
What's the record for the biggest walleye? What's the record for the largest goldfish? Wait, what? Never release aquatic animals or plants into our lakes and rivers. Help protect our waters and native species.
Business systems can be frustrating. Don't take it out on the printer. Let Liberty Business Systems simplify the chaos. With automated printing services and flexible contracts, you'll never feel frustrated or stuck with your business systems. Liberty Business Systems.
Transparent, flexible, fearless.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Olson Oil Card Express of Fergus Falls is your one-stop shop. Propane tank refills? Check. Diesel for your trucks? Check. Gas, propane exchange, and bulk delivery? Check, check, and check. Olson Oil Card Express, supporting Otter sports.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Education Center and the Otter Fieldhouse, Central Lakes Conference girls basketball tonight. The Otters win big at home, 84-13 is the final score. So we time now for the Olson Oil Card Express post-game show. We thank Olson Oil for sponsoring our post-game show each and every game. Just a couple of updates that I want to get to before we go with the stats tonight. Jason Retzloff over at Battle Lake. It's a halftime score. Battle Lake was beating Ashby 30-12. That's girls basketball. Hancock ended up beating Underwood girls 73-61. And the Hillcrest girls beat Rossay 72-36. And as I said, Otters win big 84-13 tonight. Thanks for being with me here at in Derrick City and here at the KBRF.com and the Fergus Now app. Quickly moving game with the running time here tonight, so we're going to check in with some more of our sponsors, make sure that they get the recognition they deserve for keeping us on the air. So we'll be back after these messages from our sponsors.
Otter Tail Minn Dakota Coaches has been the trusted name in transportation for 50 years. Safety, service, and dependability are at the heart of every journey. From local routes to nationwide trips, rely on Otter Tail Coaches for a ride you can trust.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Scott DeBrito. I had the privilege of wearing the Otter uniform. Today, I have the privilege of representing FM Bank here in Fergus Falls. Show your Otter pride with our Otter debit card. Stop in and see us or visit our website at mybankfm.com.
What's your number?
We drove 5.2 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls, Breckenridge, and Hankinson. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Take a look at the end of game statistics. The Otters led 46-11 at the half. The Otters forced 20 turnovers in that first half, forced 8 more in the second half. 28 turnovers total for the St. Cloud Crush. They were led in scoring tonight by Wesley Shuck. She's a 5'5" junior, played point guard for them. She had 7 points. Jalea Caesar made 1 free throw for 1 point. Sydney Shamla, 5'7" sophomore, had 3 points. And then 2 points for Eleanor Piper to close out the scoring for St. Cloud. Final score 84-13. And then for Fergus Falls, they had 3 turnovers in the first half, ended up with 9 turnovers for the game. Julia Hychek had 5 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Reese Keel made a couple of threes early. She had 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Carly Hurst with 3 threes tonight. She ended up with 13 points for the game. She had 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Morgan Welly came off the bench to score 3 points and had 4 rebounds. Bella Anderson scored 6 points and had 6 rebounds. Bryn Sternberg ended up with 15 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists in the game. Ruby Ellison had 13 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Really good night overall for Ruby. She was also 4 of 5 at the free throw line. Ashton Lill came in and hit a 3-pointer for Fergus Falls. Hattie Fullhart had 13 points, a couple rebounds, and 5 assists. Presley Warren came off the bench tonight, scored 4 points, had 4 rebounds and assist. Kaya Ness had 2 rebounds in her first varsity action. Chloe Nelson ended up getting her first varsity points tonight. She ended up with 3 points as she made a reverse layup and also a free throw. And Akira Bakers also came in and made a free throw tonight. The sophomore got her first varsity points of her career. The Otters end up with an 84-13 victory tonight. And we'll catch up on a couple of other scores from the Central Lakes and other area action after this word from our sponsors.
From the meat department at Service Food. Special cuts and orders always welcome. Service Food, West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
Service Food. Serving you best.
Light powers your day, and with LEDs, every time you turn on a light, it's a chance to save. See how Otter Tail Power Company can help you save at otpco.com/LED.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you
where to eat.
said, they are the greatest sales team the world has ever known. Reliable, honest, legendary, and Blake?
You just can't resist, can you?
This January 18th, they are bringing you the lowest prices of the year on all pre-owned vehicles. The Minnesota Motor Company Indoor Sale, January 18th in Fergus Falls.
Back at Otter Field House, Roosevelt Education Center. Nick Keel, Derek Sidian with you here. We got the simulcast tonight. We're on 1250 KBRF and also KBRF.com and the Fergus Now app. Thanks to Derek for running the camera tonight. Just a few items to clean up here. Thanks again for Olson Oil Card Express post-game show. A few updates for you tonight. Final Hancock girls basketball. Hancock beat Underwood 73-61. Hillcrest girls beat Rossay 72-36. So Hillcrest remains undefeated going into tomorrow's battle with Park Christian, and they certainly will be two teams that'll be vying for a Section 6 championship. The Otters win here tonight over the St. Cloud Crush, 84-13. And then an update from Mark Johnson. Thief River Falls leads Fergus Falls up at Ralph Engelstead Arena after 2. Thief River leads Fergus Falls 4-1. See if we can get a couple of updates on girls basketball action here tonight. 3A and the CLC. Wilmer did beat Ricori earlier tonight, 59-24. Alexandria beats or leads, at least last update, Sartell St. Stephen 54-32. So they've opened up that game in Alexandria. Brainerd beat Detroit Lakes handily 65-16 tonight. I don't think I'm going to get an update on the boys' side here from Wilmer. Actually, after the first half, Wilmer leads Detroit Lakes 43-38. Central Lakes boys basketball action. Final score here from Fergus, 84-13. This is the Olson Oil Card Express post-game show. We'll be right back after this message from a couple of our sponsors to announce our Quality Toyota Player of the Game.
Serve your family and friends the best. Certified Angus beef from the meat department at Service Food. Special cuts and orders always welcome. Service Food, West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
Service Food. Serving you best.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls and Grand Forks is your shopping stop for America's 3 favorite truck brands, Ford, Ram, and GMC. Whether you're towing, hauling, or just enjoying the open road, we have a truck for you. Half, 3/4, and 1 ton. There's a
here at the Otter Field House. Time now for the Quality Toyota Player of the Game, sponsored by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. T-shirt tonight is going to go to Ruby Ellison. Ruby had an all-around outstanding game tonight. She finished with 13 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and she was 4 or 5 at the free throw line. So Ruby Ellison is our Quality Toyota Player of the Game, sponsored by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. We'll be back to wrap up the Olson Oil Card Express post-game show after this.
truck for every job. Stop and visit or shop any of our stores at NelsonAutoCenter.com. Nelson Auto Center, Fergus Falls and Grand Forks.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Light powers your day, and with LEDs, every time you turn on a light, it's a chance to save. See how Otter Tail Power Company can help you save at otpco.com/LED.
What's the record for the biggest walleye? What's the record for the largest goldfish? Wait, what? Never release aquatic animals or plants into our lakes and rivers. Help protect our waters and native species.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Olson Oil Cart Express of Fergus Falls is your one-stop shop. Propane tank refills? Check. Diesel for your trucks? Check. Gas, propane exchange, and bulk delivery? Check, check, and check. Olson Oil Cart Express, supporting Otter sports. The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Scott DeBrito. I had the privilege of wearing the Otter uniform. Today, I have the privilege of representing FM Bank here in Fergus Falls. Show your Otter pride with our Otter debit card. Stop in and see us or visit our website at mybankfm.com.
Otters win tonight over St. Cloud Crush, 84-13. Our quality Toyota player of the game was Ruby Ellison. Thank you to Olson Oil Cart Express for sponsoring the post-game show. Leighton Media sports schedule for tomorrow, Saturday, January 11th. Girls hockey, Mark Johnson is up on the Northern Swing. Thief River tonight. They'll be at Warroad tomorrow. The Otter girls hockey team, by the way, trails 4-1 after 2. But Mark will have the call tomorrow. Pre-game at 11:45, game time at noon from Warroad. And then men's basketball over at the college. Riverland is here, undefeated Riverland, to play M State, who's only lost one game. Craig Olson with the call, pregame 2:55, game time 3 o'clock. That's on 977 FM. Next Tuesday, I'll be back with you, KBRF AM 1250, Tuesday night, approximately 7 o'clock for the pregame, 7:15 game time. Girls will be hosting Little Falls. Also Tuesday, girls hockey, Fergus Falls at Wilmer, 977 FM. Mark's got that one. And then Hillcrest at Underwood. Girls basketball, that should be a great one. KJJK 96.5 FM. That's Jason Retzloff will have the call on that. Thanks for listening to KBRF 1250 AM's coverage of Otter basketball. And of course tonight, the KBRF.com and Fergus Now simulcast as well. Thank you to Derek Sidian for running the camera and for keeping me straight here. And also thank you to all of our sponsors, as always, for keeping us on the air and bringing you Otter basketball and area basketball coverage on the Leighton media channels. I'm Nick Keel for Derek Sidian saying good night from Fergus Falls, Roosevelt Education Center, Otter Fieldhouse.
Thank you for joining us for a special KBRFradio.com video streaming production. Tonight's game is proudly brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company and your Otter Tail Power Company pregame show. Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard. Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show. Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeouts. Otters Plumbing and Heating with your game time and temperature. Viking Cafe and Fergus Falls Apothecary with your keys to the game. Olson Oil Cart Express and your Olson Oil Cart Express postgame show. Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game. Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups. Idaho County AIS Task Force. Liberty Business Systems. Service Food of Fergus Falls. Fergus Falls Monument. Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy Incorporated. Idaho